The industrial buildings at the Hotel Del Coronado date back to 1887 and 1910. They include the historic power plant, smokestack, and laundry building. The structures play a major role in building the beautiful seaside Victorian hotel. ZMK Architectural Design and Construction is hired by Swinnerton Builders to restore the laundry building's windows and hardwood floors in 2019.
Here we have a window that's well over 100 years old. And the effort to restore a window like this is to bring it back to its former glory. Okay, you hear that term a lot. And to make it functional again. This window here is not restorable because we have dry rot, we have parts are missing. The other side of this is in such bad shape that we've determined that it's not really salvageable.
The windows and doors are the most important defining feature of any historic building. That's why replicating the original windows that can't be salvaged is so important. San Diego Sash Company makes them the same way they're made 100 years ago.
The Powermatic single end tensioner is the proper term for it. So this is a 5-head machine, so it's doing 5 different applications at once. And this is what's cutting that tenon that we saw. So it's going through a set of tenon heads is what they call them. And then this cutter here is the exact profile of the parts that we're making. So it's undercutting that tenon so it goes together properly.
And so that's creating this profile here, as we can see it right over here.
Exactly.
That vertical blade right there.
Which would mesh into this profile here.
That OG profile here.
So when it goes together, everything lines up.
Lines up. And these are the exact replicas of our windows at the Hotel Del.
Absolutely, yep.
Okay, very good. We've shaped them, we've cleaned them up, and we've created all the necessary grooves that's necessary to put them together like a puzzle. And Sean here is going to show us how.
We've got the bottom rail here, we've got the 2 stiles on the side, and then this is the check rail. These basically just kind of go together, just like this. It goes like that.
I'll help you.
Okay.
Give it a gentle persuasion.
I always like to give it a little tap, like that. And then this one goes right in here like this. Got it? There we go. And that's pretty much it.
This is an exact replica. Earlier I showed you a window that could not be saved or restored. We made one exactly like it, and we made it likeness in kind, meaning it's exactly, or to the down to the millimeter. We've got a fixed transom window with 8 lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we made the cuts for our restoration glass, and we're about to set them in. Phil's going to show us how to put the glass in and secure it with the putty glaze. And we've already have the glass already measured and pre-cut. All right, now we're applying the glaze putty into that rabbit groove here. This is one of the bigger windows that we're doing. And the primer coat will go on, and then the finish coat will go after perhaps 2 finish coats. Jose, show us how it's done.
So it's important because you want the windows to be authentic and to look the way they historically looked, and you want it to be a seamless transition between what's truly historic and what's replicated to match.
There are more than 100 windows in the laundry building. Incredibly, most are in great shape. The goal is to preserve and restore as many windows as possible. At least 90% of the windows are restored and only 10% are replicated.
We're in kind of second generation of buildings that were built at the Del. The original building and the power plant and things were built 1887, completed 1888.
We're here to demonstrate the installation of one of many windows that we're going to be installing at the Hotel Del Coronado's laundry building. Here we have a sash rope here that's going to be connected to the window, and at the other end of this rope we have a weight balance or a sash balance. This weighs about 9.5 to 10 pounds, and it depends how big the window is and how heavy the window is. We need to counterbalance it. So these sashes are held inside the bay here, and they are tied to the other end of this rope. This is the upper sash. So we pull on this rope here, and it's already put together for us for a time saver. And there's a little pocket here, and a little bit we'll go on the other side to demonstrate. There's a little pocket here where that knot goes into a hole and into a rabbit joint there. Okay, so this knot goes right into this hole right here. Can you hold that side, guys, one of you? Thank you, Lenny. Just like that. Okay, now we position the sash in the frame.
And they could do them the same old way with the counterweights and the sash cords and the way they operate the double hung windows. And you could even get the old restoration glass, the old wavy glass. They still make that. So when you're doing a restoration, you really try to follow the techniques that they used historically.
At the laundry building, we have two species of wood. And you can see that this species is oak, and it looks to me like it's red oak. But the original is an epitone. It's called epitone wood. And this wood is incredibly hardy, but it's no longer available nowadays. When we repair and patch this floor, we're going to be using something very similar in texture, and that's hardwood maple. We're going to be doing everything we can to restore and to preserve this floor as much as we can. And then we're going to give it a nice color to blend it in with the natural look of the epitone wood.
It's exciting because this building has been off limits to the public since it was constructed, so over 100 years. So I think it's going to be great that a lot of people don't associate the industrial buildings with the hotel because they really haven't seen them up close.
At least half of the original floors in the laundry building are fully restored, but the other half are replaced due to damage. The industrial buildings at the Del will now take center stage as thousands of guests will get a closer look when they drive up to the beautiful Hotel Del Coronado. Thanks to Swinnerton Builders, the Hotel Del Coronado, and ZMK Architectural Design and Construction for their vision in historic preservation.